Today I've been asked how I arrange my loops, and I'm going to show you today how Platinum producers arrange their loops and the exact systems and thoughts behind it that I've learned from a Platinum producer. So I just have a loop pulled up here, and the thought process behind it is very simple. So we start off by having all the parts playing of the melody that the person instantly knows what the whole sample is about. So we have the bass in there, and we have all the melodic elements in there as well. Now what I like to do is transition straight into a second part where I just take out the bass. So it's the whole melody, exactly the same as in the first part, but without the bass. And then for the next kind of 5 repetitions, it gets unique. And here's what you want to experiment, here's what you want to take out things, have some empty parts as well, where not a whole lot is playing, like these two, but also have some more energetic parts. And these are really thought for the producers who don't use stems at all, so they have enough to, make a beat out of it, just those parts. Like a half a year ago or a few months ago, I would just do like 3 parts and that's it. But when I was in the studio with a Platinum producer, he told me that one of his biggest songs that he produced was just his sample repeated over and over again, so no stems, and he pretty much arranged the whole melody for the song. And that's when I really started focusing on the back end of the whole melody, creating different parts and rhythms, also finding joy in creating different parts of the melody. One thing that greatly helps me with this is just having some simple drums laid down. I made this drum pattern in like 2 minutes, and what I can recommend you do is just have some 3 go-to drum sounds that you save into your favorites here, then just pull them in real quick. And ideally you have some midis as well from a MIDI pack or something, which you can just pull in and create a fire drum pattern like ASAP. And that just helps you arrange the melody and kind of get a feel for the certain parts and everything from the melody. Now the second part is, me personally, when I make drums I always use the stems because I want to have full control over the whole loop, and a lot of people think the same, so that's why we have every single instance stemmed out. I always leave a whole bar blank beneath it. First of all, that's important because you don't want any reverbs and effects to fade into the next one. But second of all, I think there are a lot of producers who just have something like this, but I think especially in FL Studio it's not easily visible where the sound starts and where they end. And if you just put them like this, so you always have a 4 beats between, 4 beats between, 4 beats between, then you just know when the sound starts, even if the sound doesn't start on the 1. So even if this bell would maybe be only on the 2 and the 4, even if this bell would only be on the 2 and the 4, you would still be able to see, yeah, I have to cut it here and then cut it here to have it on the right placement. And basically that's my approach to satisfy everyone, to satisfy the people who use stems, to satisfy the people who don't, and just have everything compact together. Now when it comes to saving those loops, I always like to put the vibe first. So if it's a dark sample, if it's a melodic sample, if it's an R&B sample, whatever, then a name. Then I always put the scale. So I don't remember what scale it was. C minor, and the BPM 173, and then all the producers' IGs who were involved, and then I would just save it like that. Like that you have everything the other person needs to know. You have all the producers involved that need to get credited if there's a placement, or for BeatStars, whatever. You have the scale, you have the BPM, you have a creative name, and you have the vibe. That's pretty much everything for today. If you want to know how I make dark ethnic samples for SciPsod, check this video out.